Hello and welcome to the first episode of my personal music radar, where I talk about music that I currently find super cool, new, funky, fresh. I consider myself an avid music enjoyer. I'm an avid listener. I love exploring different things and I'm always finding a bunch of new music that I find super cool and interesting. So I just want to share that excitement, share this inspiration, and just talk about some good music, okay? That's all I want. That's my intention for this series. So I want to start this off with Pinch's recent Keep Hush set, because that was incredible. Genuinely, not even over-exaggerating, one of the best, most recent dubstep sets that I've heard in a while. And there's a lot of really good dubstep sets out there. This one, genuinely, if you're into dubstep, like I highly recommend you listen to the set start from finish. The entirety of this set is just so good. Pinch has always made really good OG dubstep. You know, he's a legend in the scene. The transitions are so beyond smooth, but the way that he jumps from the OG classic dub to a more experimental old school sound to a more modern experimentation to just like good old school heavy hitting 140 dubstep. He did such a good job at mixing the break beats and the bass lines in this set. That was one of the key focuses for me. There are a lot of layering of kicks and bass lines and just like these really interesting bass sounds. Just the way that those different layers of drums and bass like interacted with one another and flowed together was spectacular. The way that the different sounds were interacting with each other was very symbiotic. And when you have different sounds, different bass lines, different drum patterns to work with, being able to merge them together in like one sound is very impressive. So that's what made it so interesting to listen to. And as the set progressed from there, as he kept adding more layers, the sound, like the set just expanded. It's the old school dubstep that focuses on minimalism and like the little technical beats, the technicality of dubstep really, the flow and the atmosphere that you can create with these sounds. And I think that he did a really good job at capturing all of that. It really captured like the darkness and the spookiness of dubstep. And honestly, I need the entire track list to that entire set because it's crazy, it's insane. There are a lot of really cool unreleased tracks and just like cool tracks that I've like never heard before. Whatever the hell kind of song was playing at 50 minutes, like once it reached the 50-minute mark, that part is crazy. The last 10 minutes of the set go hard. And here's the thing, there's all this build up, all this beautiful flow to the end of the set where it's like so high energy, but it's still like the minimal dubstep, but it's so high energy, like it hits so hard. Yeah, like 50 to 40 minutes into the set to the end of the set, that's honestly my favorite part. The intro is really, really good, but that ending is so good. But the thing is, it won't hit as hard if you just go to that ending part of the set. Like you have to listen through the entire thing, then you'll get what I'm talking about. Like it's the perfect finish to end and wrap up all of these cool sounds that he just introduced into the atmosphere. Like genuinely just a perfect set through and through. Good energy, good flow, impeccable track selection, impeccable beats, beautiful classy bass lines. Like it's just a classy dubstep set. So I highly recommend. I tip my cap to you, Pinch. Thank you very much, Pinch. It's like, what song is that? Can someone send it to me? 11 out of 10 set. And the next thing I want to talk about here is the new Widdler album. The Widdler, the Whittly dude, the Whittly boy. Whittle me timbers. We got a new Widdler album. His name The Gathering. It got released not too long ago, but in my opinion, an excellent dubstep album also. If you're into like dark spooky dub, like darker witchier kind of dubstep, then this is definitely for you. And the main thing I wrote down for this one is atmosphere. The atmosphere is so powerful, so unique. It really created its own experience with this album. This is another album that I recommend you listen to start from finish, like the entirety of it, because there's so much depth to it. And if you're just listening to like a few tracks off of it, I don't think you're getting like the full impression, like that full experience that I got when I first listened to the album. Like, okay, first of all, this was just a really good experience. And I've heard a lot of like dark spooky dubstep that sounds a little bit more gothy and witchy before. But this one this one's really different. It's just really unique, a really unique experience from start to finish. Like, I don't know if I can call it world building, atmosphere building, like it's so stylized and I feel it telling a story. One thing is the repetition of a particular vocal. So that really solidified the storytelling aspect of the album because it really felt like I was going through different periods or like different storylines as the tracks went on. But one of the ways that I really felt like that storytelling aspect of this album is through the build-up. Kind of like what I talked about with Pinch's set, but it's a little different. There are different like ups and downs throughout this whole album, but they also flow together very good. The way that the Widdler used bass as a way to build up the sound and like momentum is really cool in this one. The first few tracks of the album are very spooky and mysterious. They have that calm yet dark edge to them. But I want to add the intro to this entire album is really good. The intro of an album I feel like is very impactful and it really sets the tone for the rest of the album. And I think the intro in this album does a really good job at doing that. So using the bass, he builds up the sound, builds up the momentum. And by Blood for Blood, that track, it really picks up there. And that energy, it's so good. I found that track to be super impactful, super powerful because of the build up in the earlier tracks. The way he uses the bass in this entire album is a really big highlight for me because it's like one of the main technical elements that does most of the speaking, if that makes any sense. Like, yeah, there's a vocal kind of talking and like saying some shit. I don't even remember what. It's the bass and the way he uses it that really steps it up. That really makes it unique. That really makes you feel like, you know, the bass is telling some kind of story. It's relaying some kind of information out to you. Like, there are so many intricately placed sounds. It still has like this general darker dubstep theme going on, but every single track is super different and very interesting. Okay, wait, some songs here that I wrote down that really stand out to me. After Blood for Blood, like the part where the album really picks up, I'm a really big fan of the Lilith interlude. I thought it was really well done as a track. I literally wrote down a fun digital mystical beat as the descriptor for the song. Abraxas is really good. Carcosa is actually crazy. I love that track. Oh, and also Watching Over. Isn't that a sample from The Hobbit? I'm pretty sure the vocal in that, like Watching Over, it samples The Hobbit's I See Fire, which is pretty fire. I'm a fan of anything Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit related, so I'm glad that there's a little bit in here. So a big shout out to the Widdler for this album. Shout out to the Widdler for all the music, honestly. And if you don't know the Widdler, check out the Widdler. Honestly, his whole discography is amazing. Like his last album, his 40-track album, crazy. But yeah, that's it for my music recommendations right now, or just music that I thought was really cool. These two pieces of music are genuinely so good. They've inspired me so much. I'm so excited to see the direction that dubstep's headed. Like, I feel like old school dubstep is coming back. More people are getting introduced to that kind of sound. Thank you to all the people who are making all of this super cool music, who are popping their pussies out there. Shout out to the dub heads, and shout out to thank you to the people watching this video. This is all just my opinion. You don't have to agree with it, but that's all I want to say. Thank you for tuning in to episode 1 of Lizzie's Music Radar, and more to come eventually.